let's talk about something that is, let's be honest, one of the most frustrating things in the world of health and fitness. It's called the metabolic paradox. You know that feeling, right? When you feel like you're doing everything right, but you're seeing zero results. Well, today, we are going to get to the bottom of exactly why that happens. I'm willing to bet this question sounds familiar to a lot of you. You've cut your calories, you're making healthier choices, but that number on the scale, it just will not budge. It's an incredibly common roadblock, and in this explainer, we're going to break down the science behind why this happens. For decades, the advice we've all heard has been so simple. Just eat less. It's this mantra that on the surface seems to make perfect sense. But as we're about to see, our bodies are way more complex than a simple calculator, and treating them like one is, well, that's where all the trouble starts. And this brings us right to the heart of the issue, the metabolic paradox. This is this fascinating and honestly kind of counterintuitive idea that when you drastically cut your calories, you can actually make your body work against your weight loss goals. So let's break down exactly how that works. Okay, first, let's do a quick refresher so we're all on the same page. Just think of your metabolism as your body's engine, or maybe a furnace. It's constantly burning fuel, which is the calories from your food, to power absolutely everything you do, from breathing to just walking around. A faster engine burns more fuel. A slower one burns less. Simple, right? So, what you see here is basically our body's ancient defense mechanism in action. When you suddenly and drastically cut your calories, your body has no idea you're on a diet. It thinks there's a famine, and its number one job is survival, so it immediately kicks into survival mode. And the very first thing it does, it slows down its engine to save every last bit of fuel. A great way to think about it is like when your smartphone switches to low power mode. The screen gets dim, background apps shut down, all to make the battery last as long as possible. Your body does the exact same thing. It becomes incredibly efficient at holding onto energy, which, for what we're talking about, really just means holding onto fat. But here's the thing. A slowing metabolism is only one piece of the puzzle. If you've already dealt with that and you're still stuck, it's probably because of other, kind of hidden saboteurs that go way beyond just the calories you're counting. Let's take a look at what else might be going on. And this is so crucial because it's not just about the amount of food. Take chronic stress and poor sleep, for example. Those two things flood your body with a hormone called cortisol, which basically sends a direct signal to your body to store fat, especially around your stomach. And on top of that, you've got the practical mistakes we all make, right? Those hidden calories in salad dressings or that fancy coffee, and just misjudging portion sizes, which are usually way smaller than we think. This scenario pretty much nails the problem perfectly. You skip lunch and you feel really good about it, but then you find yourself unconsciously snacking all afternoon. Or maybe you had a perfect day of eating, but then you only got 5 hours of sleep. These things directly cancel out all your hard work, keeping your body in that fat-storing state we're trying so hard to get away from. This right here, this is the core distinction we really need to understand. Eating less often leads to these super restrictive diets that are low in nutrients, and that's what triggers that survival response. Eating correctly, on the other hand, that's all about nourishing your body. It's about balanced meals, getting your protein, your healthy fats, your fiber, that keep your metabolic engine running nice and smooth without setting off those famine alarms. Okay, so if extreme restriction is the problem, what's the solution? It's really about shifting our entire mindset. The new path forward isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being smart and finding balance. So, here it is, the ultimate takeaway. The goal is not to starve your body into submission, it's to work with it. And that means giving it the right fuel, managing your stress, making sleep a priority, and just being mindful of what you're consuming. It is all about finding a sustainable balance that supports your metabolism instead of constantly fighting against it. So, I'll leave you with this one final thought. The next time you're thinking about your health journey, just ask yourself this question. Is the real goal just to eat less, or is it to eat smarter? Because as we've just seen, the answer to that question could be the key to finally breaking through that plateau. Thanks for diving into this with me.